Hello, and welcome to another episode of Wheel of Horror, the podcast where two best friends spin a wheel once a week. It chooses the horror film and they discuss it. Today, we're talking about 2025's Final Destination Bloodlines, which was directed by Zap Lipovitsky and Adam Stein. I'm your co host, Alec.
And I'm Eric, and with us again recently, Ryan Baldassario. Ryan, welcome back to the show.
It's great to be back. Thanks for having me.
Welcome back, Ryan. Yeah, dude, you are our Jeepers Creepers expert, but now you're our Final Destination expert. So
Yeah.
you're stepping into another 2000s franchise with us. This is great.
Yeah, we're bookending it a little bit. We started with the first, and now we're going with the most recent, and I am excited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I know. I wanted to mention that. Yeah, so maybe like a month ago, we did the first Final Destination, and that was Eric's first time ever seeing any of them. So that was fun for me. And Ryan, which ones have you seen? I'm trying to remember now.
I've seen the first two Bloodlines, and I believe I've seen a portion of either three or four, but I always get mixed up which one I have. But there was one, I think the fifth I never saw.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm pretty well versed in the series. The only one I can't remember is four. That's the NASCAR one, but the other five I've seen quite a few times. And I did see Bloodlines in theaters. Check out my hat. What's up? What's up?
Look at that. You got a Bloodlines hat.
It's so cheap and it's actually really uncomfortable, but we'll see how long I wear it for. But yeah, no, it was cool. They were handing them out at this little event. Yeah, this movie came out in like April of this year.
May,
So,
May.
or May, okay. And I wanted to do this one, obviously, to continue because we just started this franchise with Ryan, but also it's a new movie. You know, this is a movie that I know you guys have kids. It's hard to get out to theaters when these are coming out. So it's like,
What
here's one of the
theaters? What theaters? I'm kidding.
dude. So, all right. So what do we think? What do we think? I want to hear what you guys thought.
Ryan, you go first.
I had not seen this movie until this week, and I just absolutely loved it from start to finish.
You
There was
look
like a
numb. You look numb.
I I was just floored at how well it blended like a bit of like the nostalgia for its roots with the current CGI and like abilities and just learning what they've accumulated throughout the series. Like the cuts are so much harder. The like buildups are so much more condensed, but they really deliver. It's just I was just satisfied the entire time. I
Nice.
loved the movie.
Oh, it's good to hear, Eric. What do you think?
What a ride, first of all. Second of all, this is the movie I watching it, I was like, should have saw this in theaters. It's a theater movie for sure, and I'm sure the crowd and I can only imagine the reactions the
It
audience would
definitely
be.
would have added to the experience.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and it would have
for
been
sure.
more memorable. So that killed me. Uh, I don't know if it's because it's how long since the first one? Like 25 years about,
Yeah,
right?
literally 25 years. Yeah.
Uh, it's I don't want to say it's better than the first one. The first one's like a cultural impact and it started it, but like this is just a way better movie than the first one if you watch the two side to side, in my mind.
Dude, I don't think anybody like expectations were super high for this, because like they've kind of gotten like a little bit worse with each one, but never bad. There's not like it's kind of like the Scream franchise where you're like, they're all good, like a couple of them you're like, all right, but they're all still good. But this one, when it came out, I went in with the pretty low expectations. And when I left, I was like, that was fun. I didn't love it, but now rewatching it again and knowing what comes of it and stuff like that, I was like, I think the second time you watch it, you can even appreciate it more, knowing, certain things. But yeah, no, super fun. I mean, all of these movies start off with such like a gripping thing. You got the plane or the highway or the roller coaster. And this one might be the most intense because it's just,
Insane, dude.
yeah.
Insane
It
intro.
takes there's like the fall in Titanic where the body kind of is tumbling and it hits like one of the propellers and it's falling down and you just see like there's like that kind of like ooh visceral impact like within the first 20 minutes. I'm just like I was hooked.
Dude's hitting beams and just like
Yeah,
breaking beams and
exactly.
just
And
like
like, but not just like hitting it, but like with detail. They hit it, and then you see detail, and you're like, "Uh-oh." If that's how granular they're getting, what about the rest of this? And it just like flashes back up, and it
it
just
does that. It does that. And then you realize like that didn't happen. buckle up, Buckaroo, because it's gonna get even crazier when we dissect the people we actually kill and stuff.
Well,
So
it's really funny you mentioned Titanic, Ryan, because the directors initially they were going to do a boat scene. That was going to be the opening thing, and they were like, "We can't out Titanic, so we might as well do something different." So yeah, so they ended up choosing this like it's inspired by like the Seattle,
Space Needle. Yeah.
yeah,
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 Space Needle,
Yeah.
Toronto.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
1968, so it's got that,
It's like a
you know,
World's Fair vibe of like a restaurant condo kind of opening.
And
yep,
they say it's like it's opening like 6 months early or something, and everyone's
yeah.
like, "Is that
Is
a
that a good
good
thing?
thing?" Yeah, that was the line. Yeah.
And the music is great because it's Ring of Fire and raindrops are falling on my head as the bodies are falling. Ring of Fire because the whole thing explodes. And what was the opening one? Bad Moon Rising, right? And I guess that's just kind of like a bad
Yeah.
omen coming. Yeah. But yeah, it's this couple driving in and they're going up and this guy's gonna propose. But it's like Hitchcockian with the tension of just like you see like the penny like gets stuck in the fan and then the glass starts to crack and like they just cut to all these things. They're like, get ready, these are all gonna go off at once, basically. You're like, oh my God.
Well, you knew that little kid was gonna do it all. You know, it's like that kid's gonna do the
Yeah.
thing.
Well, it's
Like,
partially him, but it's also in the chandelier because that cracked the glass. So if the glass didn't crack, maybe, I don't know. But it's definitely that kid's like, he's a huge part of it.
I have a note about the kid where I just like when I watch the films for these, I just like, all right, what am I going to talk about? The one line is snotty little kids should, in all caps, should be the recipients of death design. That kid, from the jump, I was like, I hope that kid dies. Like I, it'd be
messed
Speaking
told
of
up,
twice.
messed up to
Yeah,
say. Yeah,
speaking of
but
a
yeah,
crowd pleasing moment in
that's
the
what I felt.
theaters,
you
when
know
that,
that theater, you know, Alec, you saw this in
yep, when
theaters.
it,
How was the crap?
they were
Yeah.
like, yeah. So yeah,
Yes.
no, that moment, and we'll get to something later where people are just like,
The kid got turned into a Looney Tune right there. Like, oh man,
but
that
he
was
basically
nuts.
causes the whole. I mean, he's mostly responsible. But
Well, it
yeah,
starts with the train tracks shot, right?
hmm
You see a train go by. You're
yeah,
like, okay. And then you see the penny, and this penny becomes a big piece of this movie, this one penny. And it made me think of another movie called Tess, which came out, I think, in the 70s or early 80s, about a girl who is walking down the street. She picks up a penny and her whole life changes. And then
mm,
it cuts back to her just walking by the penny. Like she gets into drugs, she gets into like prostitution because she bumped into a guy for picking up a penny.
uh,
And then the end of the movie, it cuts back to her just walking by the penny. And it's like, wow, it's butterfly effect in some way. And I think Final Destination did the butterfly effect too with the penny. I don't know if that
yeah.
makes sense. I think I just confused myself too. I don't
No,
know.
it does. I mean, the penny's kind of like the bookend of both of of the inciting incident, and at the end, kind of what causes the train to go off at the very end again.
Which was
So
ridiculous. We'll get into that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, this movie had a lot going for it, though. I mean, the directors were huge fans. A lot of the behind the scenes stuff that I watched on YouTube, all of the cast had seen all of the movies and were so pumped to be a part of this. So it was like everybody coming together over the last 25 years and just like, let's make this the
Yeah.
best, you
And it
know?
was like, let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. And you felt that.
Question for you, Alec,
Yeah.
in if any in the behind the scenes, the blonde guy who's allergic to peanuts, that character.
Yeah.
Why does he look like he's been in Final Destination before? He just looks like a 2000s B
Glenn
casting.
Powell. Yeah. Like
He just looks
Devin
like a guy
Sawa.
that's in those movies. Exactly. He looks like a fill-in for like he was also on the football team that Devin Sawa was in some other kind of movie like that. Like it just why does he look exactly like that archetype?
He looks like the guy.
Casting's good. Casting's good.
He
Casting's
looks like
good.
the guy from Jeepers Creepers 2, one of the football players. He looks
That's it.
like,
That's what I'm
yeah,
thinking of. Yes. Okay.
yeah.
That's what I'm there
He
it
looks
is.
a lot like
It
that
all
guy.
see it all comes back to the creeper.
I think that goes to
Oh,
Malcolm in the
okay.
Middle too. But yeah, no, the characters in this one are also pretty good. I mean, that guy Eric, the tattoo guy, I love. He looks like Bam Margera. I love that guy.
Spells it right. Spells it right too. I noticed. It
Oh,
was
he
with a
has a
K.
kid. Okay,
Yeah,
there you
and
go.
his playlist was like Eric's like
Oh,
sad playlist,
yeah.
out Eric's tattoo playlist. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that's my name.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Okay, so I have two quick criticisms that just came into my mind. One thing, this is not because of this movie. This is every movie does this. But if you're gonna have a part of a movie that takes place in the 60s and it's a celebration at a party, I want to see cigarettes. If you're trying to be authentic, I want to see cigarettes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Ruin the movie for me.
I
Yep.
don't
Fake.
believe I don't believe that people aren't smoking cigarettes in 1968 in this environment. I'm sorry. I've seen Mad Men. I'm sorry. Um,
Indoors with a space needle, you're smoking
blowing it in a
cigs. You're
baby's face, like
smoking cigs. Yeah.
yes. Okay, so there's that. And then the other criticism I have, I think the characters are great in this movie. I thought they were all fine, but their reactions to the deaths are not believable. Like this family just got like the dad's head gets mowed off, the sister gets killed right next, and they're just like, well, I guess like,
Here's a cup of tea. You're like,
yeah.
she
Dude,
saw her get crushed by the trash compactor. She literally held her hand as she got and you're just
yeah.
like, oh, here's a little bit of it's Earl Grey. Here you go.
Well,
Like,
the best example
Yeah.
though is right in the beginning when the sister comes home and she's like, the cousin is talking to the brother, and she's like, "Oh, we have this prom. Like, she asked you to the prom. Oh, nice. That's so awesome, dude." The end of this movie is the prom, so it hasn't been that long. I don't think that kid's going to prom. Like his entire family was murdered. His mother's murdered in front of him. Like just all of his like uncles and cousins and
They
stuff.
definitely needed a character that just couldn't get out of bed and was just
Yeah,
like
like that's
distraught.
realistic. It's like
Yeah, like
I'm
this
not
is
going to
like
prom.
back to day-to-day life way too
Within like
fast.
a month because like prom's not that far off from the beginning of the movie to the
Also,
last.
if
right.
someone in your family dies, you're forgetting to take the trash out. You're just
Yeah.
it's and they're
She's like
taking the
going for
trash.
a jog. She's like,
Yeah,
my
like I'll
dad
And
just
just
if you
jog
and if
it.
you witnessed all of them, or
yeah,
almost all of them, or an active participant in all of that, like
yeah.
that's scarring.
I
That person, yeah.
I felt that way too, Alec, but it is a movie
I know.
and it's a Final Destination
I
movie,
know.
so
I
they had
know.
to keep it going.
I'm
So
totally kidding. This movie's just a roller coaster. Just have fun. I always look at things critically because I'm like, if you saw your father have a heart attack at a barbecue, that'd be traumatizing. To see your dad's face mowed off by a lawnmower, I don't think you're doing much after
no,
that for a while.
no. You're not
But,
going outside. Like, yeah.
oh God. All right,
Oh
really.
yeah, and then also if your cousin comes over and says, "By the way, this is a whole conspiracy and Death's out to get all of us," and your dad's face literally just got mowed off, they underreacted. I think they
Yeah.
undersold that. I would have brought fists into the
Yeah,
equation. I
there should have
would have
been
been
some like
throwing down.
real family like drama. Like a
Oh, there
good
should have been hair
fashion.
pulling. There should have been like pushing
Oh.
over couches. Yeah, there that would have been fists would have been thrown.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no way.
No, but
It's
you're
like,
right.
what
Like
is
they need to
this
get
post-it
going.
note
Like
shit? Dad just died. Like, what are you doing? Like,
it's like the Arrested Development meme, or
yeah,
what is it?
exactly.
Or the Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Hmm.
I think my
I
audio.
hear you now.
Get back.
You can hear me?
Yep.
All right. Sorry, I dropped out there for a second. I gotta not move. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, so anyways, that aside, the deaths are super fun. The characters are like stupid and funny.
Can we hit
And
the stats real quick before
they're
we get
crazy.
crazy stats?
These don't
Crazy
even make
stats.
sense.
No, it's fantastic. Let's start pulling them up. This came out, like I said, May 16th, 2025. Its runtime's an hour 50. Its budget was 50 million. Definitely to use that budget too. Its box office, 315 million almost. That's rounding up. And Rotten Critic score is 92%. Its audience score is 87. Holy shnikes.
That's
It
yeah.
was blend of fan service and well executed jump scares, and it was a laugh riot the whole
92.
time. I
92
get it.
is a little high. That's a little
I
high for
I
me.
think high 80s is fine.
Yeah,
High 80s is good.
I'll go 80s. I'll go
Yeah,
80s. It's
yeah.
I'll say
probably
80, 87. Call it
yeah.
Right.
that.
But
Both.
the
Because yeah,
money
there's some weaknesses in like the script later on. Like it's really good. In the, like it's I think it's well written in the beginning, but then there's like patches at the end. You're like, oh, I feel like there might have been like a conflict in the writing room because this kind of drops off quite a bit.
yeah.
But then he comes back and then they get you with some good kind of like in the first one. It's just like, oh yeah, we made it to Paris. Look, do you think the three of us would ever come up? And then they just get hit by the sign. It's like,
Right.
yeah, they have to pay homage to that, and like we'll get there. But that they do.
You're
There's
right.
homage.
It hits the kind of the same beats as the first one. But yeah, when I saw it was like 90, whatever, 2%, I was like, Jesus, that's like Goodfellas or something like that. Like, it's not So usually when you see like six, like Final Destination six, but it is really good. So I get it. But the money it made, it's 100% going to get a sequel. So, I mean, they already confirmed it.
No doubt.
Yeah,
No
they
doubt.
confirmed it
Yeah.
already, which is just it's incredible. But yeah, I mean, just we'll jump into the plot really quick. It basically is like there's a we explain the opening scene. There's this huge explosion, and this woman and her husband, they die, and everybody dies and whatever. It's a vision, like in all the movies. But then the twist, the big twist. Instead of it being the person who saw the vision, it goes to somebody else who's having the vision. And it's this girl, I don't remember her name now, but she's the lead. And she just is having these visions of her grandmother, Iris. And she keeps having this vision of that. She can't sleep. She's failing out of school. So she goes back home to deal with it. And when she gets back there, her family's like, you don't want to mess with Grandma Iris. Like, she's crazy or whatever. But then she goes to the grandma's house. The grandma's house is
It's
basically
Stephanie, by the way, who's the main character.
Stephanie.
Stephanie and
with
Iris
an
is the
F.
yeah, which is yeah, and Eric with a K. Get out of here. But yeah, she visits her grand. So Stephanie goes to visit Grandma Iris, and
It's Devon Sawa's house from the first one, basically. It's like, but it's so dangerous. Like, I know she can't like leave her house, but like, that's not where I'd want. I'd want to live in like a padded room, like not that house.
So the grand plan is keeping all these outside invaders out. Like, who other than like solicitors are coming out there? Like, there's
Right,
nobody trying to kill her. It's not like she's being hunted. It's not like she's Sarah Connor. Like,
right.
why is she so fortified? Just have a, yeah, like you said, like a padded room house. Like,
It's a
it's a little
little
overkill.
weird. Yeah, I don't
well,
understand
it's not.
why.
Is it as weird as Devon Sawa eating cat food though
That was weird
around?
too.
That
That
was
was.
weird. So she's the same way, and we learn like she's right. Death is after her, but also that she has cancer or something, right?
Mhm.
And then it's like, all right, like there you go.
But it's not cool, but the cancer kicks off the visions in her daughter or her granddaughter. So her granddaughter's never met her before. And then once she finds out she has cancer, because I guess death can't find her, you know? So she's like, all right, if I can't kill you with, something, a fish hook or something, then I'll kill you with cancer, I guess. Which you'd think like he would have done a long time ago, but whatever.
It would
Yeah.
have been, wouldn't it have been kind of crazy that the American healthcare system finds a way to kill her or something? Not funny, but like they like did like some break the fourth wall kind of action where
He's like,
like
I just couldn't get my claims met, and I just,
yeah, yeah,
and
like,
it just went
Yeah,
belly.
I haven't left this house in 20 years, but I've gotten telehealth visits every 4 months, and they just cut me off, and now I can't do anything. It's like, oh shoot.
she's
You're like, oh
got
no.
waiting on hold like in a chair
Yeah.
just for like 16 hours.
Just the whole movie turns into Stephanie, I need your help. Can you drive me to the clinic? And we can. She's like, all
Please.
right, this isn't what I
I've had
thought.
a UTI for years.
Too
Like, oh God.
too much. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
But yeah, so she has cancer. She's getting medicine. And I didn't love this, but basically, at the whole scene is her just like word vomiting all this information onto Stephanie. She's like, "There's death. It's coming for me. It's coming for everybody that survived this terrible incident or whatever. And I have cancer now, so when I die, then it's gonna start coming for you guys. It's going after the bloodlines of all the survivors of the needle incident." Um, so Stephanie doesn't believe her. She's like, okay, like you're crazy old lady. I'm gonna leave or whatever. And she's like, no, like you, Stephanie, take my book or whatever. And she's like, you know what? She doesn't believe me. I'll show her. And she just walks out and gets a
It was a
windmill.
sacrifice. It
Like,
was a
It was the only
sacrifice.
way that I could convince her to actually save her family, because if she didn't and scoffed at me and left, if I die with cancer, they all die anyway. So it's
okay.
her last ditch for save her family, is how I
I
interpreted it. But it felt very much just like, well, yeah, well, here.
You're right. And for the plot of the story, it's fun. It's like, oh my God, it's so shocking or whatever. But why doesn't Iris just say, I know what your dream was? And she explains what her, because she had the same vision, so she can explain what the vision was. And she could be like, holy shit, like she knows the dreams I'm having because she had that same vision back then. And then this all makes sense. She's like, look, this is your grandfather. This is how he died. This is, everybody else. Maybe that would be, but I get everybody wants that big, like, oh moment, but I don't know.
Then she gets the book. Her
Yeah.
grandma's dead with like a wind, like north, south, east,
That
west thing,
was
whatever that thing's called.
thick with blood.
Bullshit.
The weather vane. That weather
The weather
vane.
vane. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
through the face,
Yeah.
and
So
then
she used to
just
call the
splatter.
police too. She's like, "Hey, so like my grandma has a thing in her head and I need help or whatever." Like
Well,
she
I would have been like, oh my God, do I have cancer now? Like, is it blood like like AIDS? I don't know. Like,
Oh my God.
no.
So she doesn't, yeah, so then now she's like, okay, fuck, I believe now. I've seen my grandma's face get ripped off by a thing, so I believe now. So she goes back to her family and she's like, you guys, I
No,
just,
but before
what
that, she
happens
gets
before
the
that?
book, nothing. And then she somehow like post-it notes this like the amount of research she must have done to
Yeah,
get like I was like,
yeah,
geez Louise, Jason Bourne over here figured it out. Like, holy shit.
that would
She
take
got
months.
everybody over the last 70 years pinpointed
Yeah,
and contacted the order of bloodlines of every person in the Space Needle. I'm like, God damn, get her in the US government right about now.
that is kind
Like,
of crazy, actually. Yeah, because there isn't that incident to even look up, so she'd only be going off the book, basically. Yeah, interesting,
but
but
maybe it's all in the book, I guess that's the point of the book.
yeah, it could be.
It's like the sex Bible from American Pie of bloodlines. I don't
It kind of is actually.
know.
But then we get a great scene. This scene is it was in the trailers and stuff like that, but like the cookout scene, I thought that was like really well paced, had so many little things you had to keep, keep
Good
looking at.
suspense builders and the
Yeah.
little false red herrings and the yeah.
Rake
Dude,
under the trampoline. Trampoline sucks. Like the
yeah.
Yeah.
glass in the
The
thing. Like,
glass
Yep.
in the thing. That
oh
happened to Eric.
yeah.
You know Jack Baca. That happened to him once, dude.
He
I
had
was with
glass in
him.
his
He had,
glass.
he had glass in his sandwich. He went and took a bite of it. He's like, oh my God. And it was a piece of glass. And he was like, oh my God. And I was like, what the fuck?
He knocked
Yeah.
his tooth out or something.
Nah, I think he cut his lip, I think. This is
Holy
long. This is like
shit.
10 years ago, but yeah. So like this, and dude, I mean, I've worked in restaurants before. If you break a glass anywhere
Ice,
near the
ice is
ice,
out. Ice is
they
out.
empty the
Yeah.
whole thing. But granted, they didn't, well, no, they did know they broke the glass. So they, it's not a restaurant, but yeah, they asked for this, I
But the
guess.
problem is these guys are getting like $3 an hour and they're like,
Well, this
oh, hope
is,
no one gets glass in their glass.
no,
Like,
this is at their house, so they're not thinking clearly, obviously. But oh, really quick, well, no, you guys haven't seen the second one, or you have, Ryan. Um, the beer that they're drinking, it's called like Heist beer, and then on the dad's shirt when he comes in, he's like, "Hey, Stephanie," and he's going to hug her. He's got a Heist beer shirt. That's the truck
Nice.
from the
like Duff
second
beer, like
movie.
Duff beer.
Yeah, it's like a fake beer, but in
Okay.
the
Okay.
second
It's
movie,
their universe's beer. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So that was a little Easter egg. If you've seen the second one, they mention a girl from
Yeah.
the second one in this one, though. We'll get to that. You'll see, Eric.
I
You'll see.
never saw the second one.
I know,
Which
I
which
know.
one? Before we go on, which one had the log in it? I know I asked you
That's
that.
the second one.
It's the
Second one.
second one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this crazy scene where the grandma's dead now. The Stephanie's told everybody, oh, and Stephanie's mom took off like 10 years ago. She's just like, I can't handle this shit anymore. She just like left her family. She's like, they're better off without me. So her ex-husband, Stephanie's dad, and Stephanie hate the mom. And then the younger brother's like, come on, guys, like she left before I was conscious. Like she can't be that bad. And so he's giving her a second chance. So she comes to the party and she's like, I made cookies in my trailer. It's like an easy bake oven. Do you guys want some? And then they eat it. And it's peanut butter. It's like, you're trying to kill my brother? You're such a bad aunt. Like, you don't even know that your nephew is allergic to peanut butter. But yeah, I don't know.
I
I
was
did like,
expecting like some crazy peanut butter. There is a kind of a crazy peanut butter scene
oh
later
yeah,
on,
there
but
is.
like I was expecting something insane with peanuts. Like, I don't know,
Well, kind
something
of, there kind of is
insane. There
too.
is, but
Yeah.
I wanted something like crazy drawn out peanut scene.
Yeah. Well, I liked the dad and that mom's relationship though, like where he's just like, "Hey, it's just I know you just almost killed my son with peanut butter, but it's just important that you're here." And he's just like, "Come sit down on the bench and hey, listen, here's a key. If you need to move in and get the fuck out of the trailer park, you move in with me."
Yeah, they were pretty welcoming during the traumatic times, honestly.
Yeah,
Like really.
I like that. And then that guy immediately gets his head cut off by a lawnmower like 5 seconds later. So, but
Yeah, that was
so
crazy.
we lose the dad. And then at this point, they're all like, fuck, okay, I guess Stephanie and Grandma Iris were right. And I think this is when they go to see Tony Todd, right?
Before that, I think the mom admits that like one of the sons, I think Eric, isn't hers, and she cheated
Wait,
on her.
no, before that, isn't it when he is most, you think he's about to die because he keeps getting hung up in the The
Yeah,
tattoo
no, but
parlor.
that's after because he thinks he's
That's
safe
after.
and he's sad. So the mom admits, like, hey, my son isn't really mine, so he's safe. And then he goes and
No,
he
but he
drinks.
doesn't know that yet because he does his dad
Oh, right,
tattoo,
right,
Yeah.
right, right, right.
and then he
And
finds out that wasn't
then
actually his dad.
Because the sister dies before
before,
him.
Yes,
yeah,
Yeah.
because
so
she gets
before
compacted. Yeah, because then they
order
go to Tony
events,
Todd after that.
dad dies, guy gets sad, makes a tattoo about his dad, comes home, he survived whatever that was that happened to
Yeah.
him, which
Yeah.
was oh.
Yep. And then because of him being all bravado, the sister eventually gets thrown in the trash compactor,
Yeah.
and that
Which
they
was
eventually go to Bloodwood after that. And that, but then
Okay.
that's I wrote in my notes, Eric. Though, sorry, not to just jump on it, but
no,
it was
no, no,
like
no.
No, yeah.
I'm mixed up too. There's
the
a lot.
no the child out of or the child out of wedlock or out of marriage curveball like threw me so good.
Yeah, I forgot
I was like
too.
howling. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. I know. I do that line too when he's just like Jerry Fenberg's like, is that why you want to play
You
catch
always want to
so
play
much?
catch.
Yeah. That was hilarious. That was improv apparently too. So I like that. That line was hilarious. But yeah, so you're right. Before that, the tattoo scene, that was great. There was so much tension there and the music was great. And I
That was
like
one of my gripes too. I'm like, no one's being held up by a ceiling fan like that.
probably
Like
not. Yeah.
we've seen movies like that where I'm always like, who built this? The Property Brothers. Like no one's putting a ceiling fan in like that.
Yeah, with the
Like
chains right there too.
there
Yeah,
it's
but
not holding its weight. That's my one like okay.
yeah, but the next scene that comes after that, because they think he's dead, is yeah, the sister gets knocked by a soccer ball into the trash, and the trash gets put up, and then her head gets like, and then yeah, the cousin Stephanie's holding her arm, like, oh my God. So you're like, holy shit, I thought Eric was supposed to die first, but oh, I'm sorry. Even before that, I love this scene. You guys will definitely remember this reference when Eric walks out in the middle of the street. He's like, maybe I'm invincible, and the truck's just like,
Yep, the
and
same
just
thing.
misses
Yeah.
him. I loved that. I was like, okay, that was
That
a
was
nice little nod
Nice
in.
tribute.
subtle nod.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw it. Ding.
The
Yeah.
grossest part of the whole movie, though, is him licking the side of the garbage truck.
Oh God.
I would
Oh,
die. I would die.
you're yeah.
That's the grossest. That's the grossest part.
I think it might be for me.
Death was probably like, you know what? You got this. You
Yeah.
got this. Like
You're definitely gonna get some disease.
Just give it a few years. I don't have to even work for you. You're fine. You'll do
Yeah.
it to yourself.
So now the sister's dead, the grandma's dead, the dad's dead, and they're like, all right, I think this is real. And then at that point, the mom is just like, I can't handle this. And she just like leaves the movie and we never see her again. And then it's Stephanie, the younger brother, her mom, and the two cousins, the one that's allergic to peanut butter and Eric. And they're like, let's go on a ride. We're going to the hospital for some. Oh, no, no, no. Now they go to see Tony Todd. First, I think they go see Tony
that's where
Todd.
they're in the hospital. Yeah.
Okay, so they see
It's
Tony
before.
Todd, and that scene was great. That was like the best send off, like genuinely emotional because he was dying when he
I'll say,
recorded.
was he dying of cancer?
Yeah, so he had stomach
Okay.
cancer, and the writers and directors knew that, and they basically gave him free reign. They're like, you can kind of say whatever you want. Like, I mean, obviously, don't start talking about like war in the Middle
The
East. Like, focus
healthcare
on
system
Yeah.
yeah,
and like
focus on the movie.
no, it
But
was nice. It was a nice send off. And did he pass away before the movie released?
I,
I don't.
he
Yeah.
did because I think
They
I
had a
think
tribute at the end,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, he's been in most of these
We've
movies.
seen a ton of movies with him too. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've seen a good amount. I mean, the Hatchet series, Candyman, this, but he's a great actor. And oh my God, the new Indiana Jones game, he was in that. He's really good in that on the Xbox. But yeah, anyways, Tony Todd's man, gonna miss him. But this was a great scene, and also it's so good that we get to see like his character. He's the little boy
Yeah.
from the beginning, and I was like,
Right.
oh, that's so awesome.
So he's a lot like Iris, where he knows death now, right?
He knows death really well, but it's kind of annoying because like Iris is the one. Oh wait, no, they're not related. Never mind. So Iris is staying in the house, and she's like, I'm not going anywhere. And Tony Todd knows all this too, and he's like, I'm gonna go like everywhere. I don't know. So I don't know.
Hmm.
Whatever. It's fine.
Well, maybe that's how she was getting her cancer meds from him.
That is how.
Right? Yeah, then they
Yeah,
say that. Yeah.
because they have the same disease, and yeah. So
Because I was thinking that I was like, this woman's a hermit, and then she still gets like how did she get this? That's what I was
I think
thinking.
it's all from Tony Todd
Tony
because
Todd.
they're a
Yeah.
friend.
DoorDash. DoorDash.
Because
DoorDash and Tony Todd.
they're the two survivors in the opening scene, right? Where she
Yeah.
like her like
Well,
takes him
kind
out
of.
of a box or whatever. Where was
Yeah,
he
really quick
hiding?
about that. Like that was like a server's box from the '60s. Is that really fire retardant? Does that really?
Probably.
Because the mom closed him in, but then like all around that area immediately goes into a big fireball. Like she gets cooked alive.
Yeah,
He doesn't get touched.
he's dead.
Not
He's
a
a hundred.
thing.
He's 100. Like the metal would boil him. He'd be like, "Argh," and then he'd go out, and yeah, yeah.
I just feel like he would be engulfed in something. But you know what? I'm
Hey,
happy that he made it.
things were built better back in the 50s and 60s. They were just built better.
Oh
They were
yeah,
just built
remember
better.
Built
Indiana
diff.
Jones, the nuclear bomb for
Oh
refrigerator. So
yeah, the
there's
lead
that. There's
fridge,
that.
the
Yeah,
lead
yeah,
fridge that yeah.
yeah.
We nuked the
Uh,
Tony Todd in this one.
but yeah, so Tony Todd, great send off to him, the man. So now at this point, they get to the hospital, and probably the best death in the whole movie is kind of what happens now. Is Eric and the brother like because this is the part from the second movie where they're like there was one girl who like was in a car crash and she went underwater and they resuscitated her and that broke the curse. That's from the second movie. So that's the lead in the second one. So then this one, yeah, this one.
They look at a baby at one point, right? Like, you gonna kill the baby and like break the curse. And that was like
Whoa,
That was
not
so funny.
necessary.
When I
Not
saw that
necessary.
coming, when they're like, "Well, how are you gonna know how many years they have left?" And then as soon as they say that, they look over and they're at the nursery and
Yeah.
they look back, and I just like the back and forth. As soon as the news I said that, I was like, "How are they gonna phrase it?" And I think they handled it pretty well.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a genuine question. You probably would be like, nah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do
Yeah.
that. But yeah, because also like what are you gonna do in the hospital? You still get arrested. You're like, well, this sucks. Now I'm just in jail and I guess I'm not dead. But um
And I killed a baby.
and there's
Like
that, and there's that. You killed the baby. But this death scene is so sick. So the plan is basically the one brother's allergic to peanut butter. They're gonna just like take his EpiPen away. He's gonna eat it, and then they're gonna resuscitate him that way. Which I don't know if that works. Probably not. But they're gonna try it.
I mean, it's better than killing a baby, which is what
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
going
yeah, yeah.
for.
That's a
So
close like 1B though.
One B, one B.
so then they do something which, everybody always talks about like with vending machines. They're like, don't rock the vending machine. Like more people are killed by vending machines than struck by lightning. Like there's all this like, stuff or whatever. But the spring like pops the thing out, and I love that like little. I'm like, why did that happen? And then it comes back in a minute. But basically, they turn this MRI machine on, and it just sucks Eric into it with by his nipple rings, his nose ring, and his dick ring.
That's a you have to be there in theaters to hear the crowd reaction moment.
That
Yeah,
was like,
When you see the
yeah.
nipples just fucking
You're like,
fly off,
ding.
and then you
Yeah.
see the Prince Albert go after it, I was like, oh,
yeah, everybody's, and then his body folds in half going to the machine. He's just like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," and he just gets like pulled in. And then
oh.
the other brother just dies of what the because he eats the peanut
No,
butter,
no, no,
right?
no. He got
No.
the EpiPen. He got the EpiPen,
Oh,
and then the
right.
the
Oh,
spring
the
from the
spring.
vending machine,
Yes.
and it's like spinning in his
And then it
head,
continues
and
to
then he
spin in
Yeah.
his head. Yeah.
falls, and then
Okay. I mean, I love that. It's so
Oh.
much fun, but there's no fucking way a machine could get that powerful in a hospital and like do that. There's no way.
Well, when you override it with your cell phone, right? You need the
Oh.
secret access code, and the phone just gets over it. It's like accepted, override. You're like, "Wow."
I
I
know
It's like
gotta
there's not
send,
like
I
a
gotta
little.
send, I
non-Newtonian
gotta,
limits.
I gotta send you guys a video right after this about vending machines. You're gonna love it. I'll save you.
But you were saying this earlier, Ryan, like the latter or the later part of the movie, it kind of dips, and I feel like right after this scene, it like hit a high, and then it was like, and it kind of deflated a little bit from this part. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
Like
it,
it
felt,
it
went into,
it's
it turned into a road trip kind of thing for a bit.
it gets a little clunky. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just like the mom and Stephanie and her brother, are like, what do we do now? It's like, I guess we'll just go live in fucking grandma's house forever. Like, I don't know. It's like, all
the
right.
brother is the only who's about to go to prom next weekend.
Yeah.
It's like the only rational one. He's like, yeah, like we're just gonna do that. They're like, well, it's safe. It's like nowhere is safe.
Yeah, yeah, like literally, it's just like, well, didn't grandma die there? So I don't know. But they go there anyways, and then it's just kind of like bullshit. Like a bunch of crazy stuff happens, and the mom gets like like yeah, Stephanie like almost drowns, like she crashes into a puddle and she's stuck, and then the mom gets like impaled by something. She's like, I'm gonna survive, and then like,
I'm gonna say as long as I.
yeah, yeah,
It was an insane scene. I'm trying to like they get to the gate, they can't open the gate, they drive through the gate, and then they like crash into the little koi pond, and then she's dying, and her seatbelt breaks.
yeah.
It was a lot at once, and I agree, Alec. This was like the third act of the movie that was just kind of falling apart a little bit. But
Yeah. You're like, what's happening? Where's the dad now? The dad's probably like, where, hello? Like, where are my kids?
Nobody's
and
picking
then
up.
and
Yeah.
then I'm trying to remember it because it's this movie just it happens fast. The brother pulls her out, resuscitates her,
Yeah.
saves her. They think they cheated death, and doesn't the mom get hit with like a telephone pole
Yeah,
or
she gets
something?
impaled by something. Yeah.
Did that happen before or after she was resuscitated?
It happened before
Before
before.
All right, so
she gets impaled, he goes and saves her, pulls her out.
Yeah.
right, and then that's when they think, "Oh, we cheated death, right?" And like we did it,
Yep.
like
Because she's
bloodline.
dead and then they
Right.
resuscitated her, so it like stopped the
No more
curse. That's
bloodline, no more
that's what they
bloodline.
think.
That's
Yeah.
what they think until
Um,
prom
Yeah.
night.
and then it's like one day later, and it's just like
Yeah.
and they're like going to prom or whatever.
And
Uh,
like Dr. Fauci comes up and says, well, technically she wasn't dead, right?
so this is the thing I don't really
Well,
understand.
actually, it's like,
Yeah,
why is a
exactly.
cardiologist
Well,
like? Why does he
I,
just happen to be the girlfriend's dad?
it's the same thing from the first one though too, where it's just like Death has to wait for them to figure it out. He's like, ha ha ha, like because he knew the whole time, like Death could do that whenever it wanted
It's like
to,
a
but it's like,
long
Yeah.
con. This is like a
Yeah.
70-year con right now that they're
He's like,
yeah,
on.
this lady who grabbed this penny has not been on this side of the city for weeks. She's finally in Center Park. All right, cool. There we
yeah,
go. Roll across
already.
town. All right, Bing, train. There it goes. It's like he's just a long con air. He's just setting it up. He's like, wait for it, and the Rube Goldberg, and then he's like, all right, now send
Love
it
that
off.
stuff. I love that stuff.
That's the one thing we forgot to mention is when they're at the hospital, Stephanie drops the penny out of the book, and this old lady just picks it up, and then this old lady, yeah, later she's in town, she drops it, rolls down the stairs, and it lands in the train track, and then yeah, they go to prom,
Like in
or
between the train track switcher, which is
yeah,
like the only way, like a penny is not going to derail a train. Like cars don't derail trains. But the fact that it got caught in between the like
yeah,
path switcher was like,
yeah,
even that's a reach, but sure.
whatever, we're having fun, we're having
Maybe
fun.
a quarter would do that, but not a penny.
Do you see how fast it was going with the load it was carrying?
You're right. You're right,
They
Ryan.
should do
All
Mythbusters
right.
on this.
All right,
Yep.
Ryan. All
Where
right.
is the National Transit Safety Board?
I don't
Fair
know.
point.
Where's that investigation
You
coming?
know what? I'm
It'll be
done.
one. It'll
I'm
be
done.
happening. Well, actually, with the federal shutdown, I don't think it'll be going on anytime
I'm
soon.
I'm done with this podcast. I think I'm done watching horror movies after
Well,
this.
this, I mean, obviously after this horrible thing that happens, yeah, because the doctor's like, yeah, you didn't, she wasn't dead, and it's just like, fuck, and then the train just crashes over, like,
But they
Oh,
outrun it.
a
yeah,
suburban area, a suburban
yeah,
area. It like goes up above the houses and like goes
It
over
goes through
the
an entire
cul-de-sac.
development
It's insane.
block.
Like, what did it hit to go like fucking
the penny,
aerial,
the
dude?
penny.
So fast.
Like,
It
come
was going
on.
so fast.
It was insane.
But that's not what kills them. What kills
Yeah.
them is a log truck goes over the train somehow. And they're like, we did it, Stephanie. And they like kiss, and it's like, you're my brother. And then a log comes and hits them. And you're like, oh my
Oh my
God.
God, dude, it
They
was
just
not.
get
Not
destroyed.
just two logs, one for each of them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh no, but that was great because
Perfectly placed.
it hit Stephanie first though, and then the brother because he's younger. And I
Yep.
was like, I paid attention to that. I was like,
Yep.
okay.
Bing bang.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
double tap, but it was in quick succession. Correct?
Yeah. So death does follow its own rules, but yeah, this one is good. This is a fun ride. This is a movie like also like Eric, you've seen the first one, you can appreciate it. If you've seen all
Yep.
of them, you'll definitely be like, oh, okay, I remember that, I remember that. But
Yeah,
even
I
if you
can imagine.
haven't, clearly, Eric, you liked it,
Yeah.
and so good
It
movie.
was a literally a coaster of a movie to watch. It was insane, and I had trouble going through the plot with you because it was just a lot. It was just a lot of death and a lot of craziness.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to give the best kill though to Eric with his
Oh, with the
the MRI
bending into the
machine.
oh
Yeah.
God, with the
That was my favorite.
wheelchair, just like
Yeah. That was a good
yeah,
one. I like that one a
that's
lot.
rough. That's rough. That's why I don't get my nipples pierced though, too.
Do
Like
you have a favorite kill of this
that
film?
one, hands down,
Yeah, the
hands
MRI
down, the
one.
MRI machine.
Okay, so how about this? So that's like your favorite, but like, do you have like a most deserving or another like top one? Because like I like the Eric one, but I have another one that's like sticks out for me.
The kid with the piano.
That one's good. That's up
That
there
was
for me.
good.
It's on my podium. It's
Yeah.
also
So
it's the fiance who like just proposed, like supposed to be having like the best night of his life. His in at the restaurant falls through.
Mm.
Doesn't get his table. His wife's trying, or his soon-to-be wife is like trying to like have him like be high, like good-spirited, go to the bar. He goes to propose to her, and he's falling to his death.
Mm.
And as he's
Holding on to
falling, the wife
broken glass, like
and his
shards of
hands are
glass. Oh,
just like crumbling. And as he's falling, looking up at his soon-to-be wife, who's pregnant, he just learns she's looking down, and all of a sudden, his head hits one of those little beams, and it just pops like a water balloon, and he just spins. And you see the detail, and you're like, oh, because usually, like in the first movie, they wouldn't have gotten that. It would just be like it would have just fallen. They wouldn't
Yeah.
have had that. But it gets, and you see it, and you see the whole thing, and then you pan back to her reaction, and you're like, oh my god, she saw that whole thing. And that's Iris, and she lived her entire life with that. And then he didn't die that way, but then he still died.
He
I
did.
get why she's
Yeah.
traumatized.
Okay,
I get it.
actually, I'm so glad you brought that up, Ryan. Okay, so she knew she was pregnant, right? She knew she was 2 months pregnant, she said, right? Right, right. What was her favorite type of champagne she was just about to order before she went to the bathroom? Free champagne?
SpaghettiOs,
Was that it? Free. So,
SpaghettiOs.
My favorite.
what the hell is happening there? Was she she
The
knew she was
60s, the
pregnant.
60s, dude. It's the 60s.
So that's like,
Yeah,
okay,
You're
you could
just missing the cigarettes. You're missing
yeah.
the cigarettes,
I
dude.
was like, maybe she's trying to, get rid of the mirror. I don't know.
No, 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 it's
No,
60s.
it wasn't as much of a faux pas. It
She's
was
like,
more of a faux pas than it was
can we get
a
some
hard rule.
vodka? Like, do you have anything
So funny.
harder?
My father-in-law had like we were like talking about baby monitors when we had summer and all this stuff, and I was like, they measure your like breathing and stuff, and I'm just thinking about like one line he said to me, and it made me think a lot. He said, "You should have seen my car seat when I was a kid. I was in a basket in the front seat without an airbag.
Yeah.
Like back then, fucking free for all,
He's
dude.
like, they used to use
Free for
ashtrays.
all."
They would put ashtrays on our heads.
Yeah, I know. It's like it's insane.
Yeah.
Well, you guys got any last minute thoughts on Final Destination Bloodlines?
Let's see. I just wanted to give a shout out to two things. One, the very quick circular gag of the nut check. The nut check in the truck. And he's like, "You're a good brother." He's like, "Thanks." Nut check. He goes, "What?" And he's Jimmy
I miss
Taft.
nut checks. I miss nut checks.
Loved
Yeah,
that.
we
I was
need to
like,
bring
that's a
them
good
back.
callback. That's very much a hey, I just found out we're like almost like adopted brothers. We're like don't have the same dad, but we're actually our brothers. Also nuts. I really liked that. But I think they just did a really good job with foreshadowing with music in this movie. Like it was a little thick in the beginning, but it was like very well
Music.
timed.
Music.
But then the music was just well used throughout this movie. It was a good touch.
Yeah.
And the
What was it,
lawnmower
like
scene.
it was like pin drop noises or something, right? What was it?
Mm.
Mostly. It was good.
Yeah, what
Really
was
good.
there was little cues like that, yeah.
Just
Twist and Shout was good.
rippling
Oh, see,
anxiety.
that's the other thing. Now shout's gonna be in my head. I love shout at
Yeah.
weddings, and
I
that's
have a
gonna
wedding in a
like
couple
it's not gonna like
weeks.
really freak me out because it's not like this is as much like if I saw this movie when I was the age I saw the first Final Destination, I would never dance shout at weddings.
Well, if you ever at a wedding and shouts playing and there's a glass floor and you're up 500 feet,
Fair,
then I would be concerned. Yeah.
fair.
My only Ryan, you're a phenomenal guest on this, but if we were to do this again with a different guest, we need to bring an EMT on this, and he'd be like, or she would be like, yeah, it's way worse out there in real life. Like this movie's like small potatoes. It's not real. Like I've seen way worse than this.
Probably. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. That would have been
Well,
fun. But Ryan, best guest ever. Love having you on.
yeah. Thanks a lot for coming
Thank you,
on,
sir.
Ryan. Yeah, we'll continue the franchise. You know, we definitely did this out of order, but it's like I wanted to cover this one. It's
Oh,
brand
Oh,
new-ish.
this was a wild ride. I enjoyed every minute of
I
it.
don't know how any of these are gonna top it. Like I'm gonna be like, no, Bloodlines, best,
Yeah.
probably. I can only imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it's a victim of the moment because it's like they are operating with all the lived experience of all the other movies and seeing what worked, taking the gleaning from all of that, and then just having the best technology of all the
Yep.
franchises. But I think there's some better writing in some of the earlier ones. I think they have to make up for what their limitations are in terms of the CGI
Budget,
with some
CGI,
story.
all
Yeah,
that.
Oh,
This is a
they're
big
yeah.
pretty
budget.
good.
This is $50 million
Well,
budget.
the
Yeah.
budget of the first movie was as much as it cost to film the needle scene. I heard that too. So that
That's
needle
a
scene cost as much as the entire first movie's budget. Yeah, but
Wow.
Eric, I think you'll like especially the second and third one because of the nostalgia factors. It came out in
Yeah.
like 2003 and 2006, so and or like in
Hmm.
high school. So it's like literally when we were in high school. And anyways,
It's like very
anyway,
razor flip phone era, so it's good callbacks.
Oh, and
yeah.
then Alec, you asked me before the podcast. This is my "Are You Afraid of the Dark" shirt. I don't know if you can tell. I wore this in spite of Alec because he's a
What?
He's a bigger Goosebumps fan than Are You
Oh
Afraid of
my
the Dark?
God. I
Yeah.
never said that.
There are two types of people in the world. Either you like Animaniacs or you don't like Animaniacs, or you are a Goosebumps fan or Are You Afraid of the Dark fan.
And all I said
Which
was
one are
I'd
you?
like to have an objective debate, not you and I, or not even you, definitely
Uh,
not.
uh,
You're obsessed
sure.
with Are You Afraid of the Dark? So we
Uh,
need to have an objective debate about it. I like
okay.
both. I think they're both good for different reasons.
Ryan, if you had to pick one, Are You Afraid of the Dark or Goosebumps, which one would you pick? And
It's a
just
limited sample size, but I'm a Are You Afraid of the Dark person.
fair.
Um, I
That's
I'm
like
like
fine,
reading the
Eric.
Goosebumps, but
4 or 5 against one right now.
I'm fine with that, Eric. I'm not defending
No,
Goosebumps.
no,
Oh my
no.
I like
God.
Goosebumps too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Goosebumps
I
is
did too.
fun.
I did too. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just
You're
saying
you're like
Are You Afraid of the
pushing me
Dark is.
into a corner where now I feel like I have to defend Goosebumps. I'm like, well, guess what? There's movies now of
No.
Goosebumps. Are you afraid of the dark movies? I don't see that. I don't see that. What's going on?
Maybe we
Uh,
should have a debate. Maybe we should.
I don't know enough.
Do you have Ryan Gosling and Goosebumps? You
I don't
don't.
know. I don't know enough about these movies.
Where'd
What's
Ryan
Ryan
just go?
got?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's got something. Goosebumps. Doot, 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 doot,
Respect. Mad
doot, doot,
respect.
doot,
Having
doot,
that
doot.
ready
You
to
don't see a
rock.
lot of Are You Afraid of the Dark shirts.
I got one. I
Except for
promised
the one Eric's wearing.
I
I
promised the
was gonna give
viewers.
this to one of my buddies who likes horror movies, so it's been in my basement to give to him forever. So
Hell yeah. Which book covers that, or is that just a generic? I didn't see.
it is. It's not generic, but it's the one with like the tree is a mad scientist. Looks like in a basement.
Eric, I'm
Okay.
going to say something really offensive. I
Sure.
guess Goosebumps is for like the kids who know how to read, I guess. And then Are You Afraid of the Dark is
Oh.
for more like the visual learners.
Okay.
You're doing
Whoa!
this. You're doing this.
Ooh!
Listen. Oh.
Ow!
I did say a comment too. I collected a lot of Goosebumps books. I didn't like read any. It's like Pokemon cards. I never played Pokemon. I just collected the
You're too
cards.
busy watching Are You Afraid of the Dark? No,
Yeah,
I'm
I
kidding.
was. I was. And I have one surprise for the viewers because I promised my backdrop. This is a 1999 McDonald's Boo Bucket.
Halloween bucket, yeah.
Ooh,
Well,
boo
you're
bucket.
welcome. That's it.
Ooh.
That's all I got. Let's
I
wrap it
like
up.
it. All right, yeah, we've gone on for quite a while. Why don't we spin that wheel, Eric? Why don't
Here
we
it
spin that
is.
wheel?
Okay, spinning, and I only put so many on this Halloween based because I ran out of. I don't have my light marker.
All right.
Spinning. Uh, Blair Witch 2.
Oh boy. Wait, no. Is it Blair Witch 2 or the Blair Witch remake?
The remake.
Oh, okay.
Remake.
So
Sorry,
Blair Witch 2016, Blair Witch
that's what I meant.
2016. Okay. All right,
20.
cool.
Yep,
Okay.
correct.
All right. Yeah, we still got to do Blair Witch 2 at some point. But anyways, all right. Well, Ryan, thank you for coming on, man. Really appreciate it.
No
That was
problem. Thanks
fun.
for having me. Yeah.
All right. Well, happy spooky season, everybody. And thank you for listening into our discussion on Final Destination Bloodlines. And we'll see you next week with Blair Witch 2016.
Woo!